We'd like to welcome all of you today to Saturday's Story. It is my prayer that this new year will be a year of success and victory for all of us. It has begun with such unsettledness, and it seems like chaos has prevailed at the beginning of this year. But God spoke to me and told me that said, it is my will for my people this new year to have victory and success. And God has given me a formula for that victory and success for all of God's people. I asked the Lord, where is it found? And he said, if you will go back and look at Joseph's interpretation of the dream that Pharaoh had. You see, it's going to be the secret not only of the survival and preservation of Israel's destiny, but it's going to be the success of the preservation of all of my people if they will only hear what your formula for success really is. For you see, the Lord revealed to Joseph that there would be 7 years of good, and then there would be 7 years of desperately famine and bad. And the Lord was telling Joseph, he said, I want you, Joseph, to take care of the good. Because if you will take care of the good, when the bad comes, it will take care of itself. If we could understand that there is an absolute revelation in this, the psalmist David said, I would have fainted. One place said, I would have despaired unless I would have seen the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. God help us, Lord, to accentuate the goodness, to find the goodness, because we all feel like we're in despair at the beginning of 2021. It's such chaos in our political scene and in the pandemic scene of all that's happening in our world. If we could somehow maximize the good and minimize the bad and take care of the good while it is good. This is what the revelation was all about. This is why he said, if you will preserve while it is good, when the bad comes, it will be taken care of. So to those of you out there who feel like that I'm in despair because I don't know what to do with this new year, I'm telling you, if you will only look to the good, if I could only believe to see the good in the land of the living, then God is going to help us today. And this brings me to Saturday's Story. As you know, Parkway Church for over 20 years have been hosting the Apostolic Conference, where we bring in home missionaries from all across America, from almost 50 states, and how many provinces of Canada they come. We pay all expenses, but I will never, ever forget the story of one of our dear home missionary ladies. Now, you got to understand, these are people in storefronts. These are people who have to work several jobs. And this lady tells the story as we've just come through Christmas. We're reminded of Christmas, and she told the story of the Christmas. She said that my babies were not going to receive anything. She said our parents, both parents, sets of parents were old. They couldn't help us. And we worked 2 jobs, but yet it seemed like that all the money we had, it took to keep the doors of the church open. And we had found ourselves at Christmas time in despair. She said, Brother Dillon, my babies, we're not going to have anything under the tree hardly. And said, I couldn't stand it. So she said, I got an extra job, and I worked so hard. I worked all year. She said, I had saved, and I put gifts up at Walmart on layaway. And she said, I was in Walmart. I had the cash in my purse to pay those gifts out of layaway, and my kids were going to have a wonderful Christmas this year. When suddenly a thief came, snatched my purse, and took off running. She said, Brother Dillon, I'm normally a mild-mannered person, but when I thought that I worked all year, I fought so hard for my babies to have something, and I'm going to let this thief steal what I have worked so hard for? I don't think so. She said, I had some heels on. I kicked them off and I took off immediately running wide open as the thief was trying to make an exit. Some people had blocked the aisle. When he ran into, of course, you've been there when the carts were in the aisle and he was having to maneuver to go around, he gave me an opportunity to catch up. She dove for the purse. She grabbed it. The strap broke. She slid under a counter and she screamed, "It's mine. It's mine. I fought too hard. I fought too long. I'm going to lay hold upon this good. I'm going to lay hold upon what I fought for. I'm going to lay hold on what God provided. And if you will take care of the good, God will help you take care of all the bad." The thief was locked up. The children had a wonderful, beautiful Christmas. It was the happy ending of a story, but it all happened when someone took care of the good. Maybe the thief has come to us at the beginning of this year to try to steal our joy, to steal our hope, to steal maybe what we had thought was going to be the beginning of a great year, and it looks like it's everything but. And then I remembered I would have fainted. I would have been in despair unless I would have believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. If I hadn't got a hold of this goodness, if I hadn't fought to retain this goodness, if I hadn't took care of the goodness, I would have despaired. Maybe I'm speaking to someone today that needs to say, I'm not going to let the thief steal my joy. I'm not going to let him steal what I fought so hard and so long for. I'm just not going to do that. So I'm asking you today, remember, don't let the bad situations of life eat up the good. You know the story here of how the blasted ears of corn ate up the full ears, and how the 7 thin and thin cattle ate up those fat cattle, and it was just a revelation that really needs to come to everyone that I speak to today. Don't let the bad of life eat up what good that God has done for you. Take care of the good. And I'm telling you, if you will, the bad will take care of itself. This, my friend, will be the formula for your victory in 2021. Take care of the good while you have it good. If your health is good, celebrate it. If your family is good, please celebrate it, because you never know. Because life is going to be filled with the good and with the bad. And you are going to have to make up your mind. I'm going to take care of the good while it's good. And if I'll do that, the bad will take care of itself. I wish you would share this with someone, because I really feel like this is the formula for your success and victory. If it preserved an entire nation of people, if it preserved prosperity, it can preserve you, your family, your faith, and your future. Please share this with someone, and let this be your formula for victory in 2021. Thank you.